Hello, I am Rahul. I'm a software engineer.
Hi, my name is Rashmita. 2 years back when there was COVID and we were so addicted to phones, I somehow came across this birth center and I always had it in my mind like whenever I go to deliver, it has to be a natural delivery. When I went back and heard my mom's experience when she had a C-section with all the 3 babies, she used to tell us how painful it was. I was like, I was always scared of knives, scissors, needles. So I was like, whatever happens, I don't want to get it torn very badly. It's okay, minor tear here or there. So then in COVID, I sat in with my friend and I went through the whole Instagram to check what all options I had, and I discussed it with few of my friends, and there were articles in the newspaper about water birth and everything. And then I decided, okay, even before I have a husband, I'm going to deliver at Sanctum. So my husband came later and the Sanctum came before that to me. So I made up my mind. And then I was like, once I came to know about Sanctum, everything was there, which was there on Instagram fascinated me towards Sanctum. I was like, okay, now I have to get married so that I can deliver at Sanctum. That was one of my points to get married to him. So it was like that. Then after that, initially he was not that convinced. Then I was like, let's go and see what happens, how will it go and all.
So we had an appointment with Vijaya ma'am. And after that appointment, I made up my mind that we are going to deliver our babies here. I gained the trust in a matter of half an hour that I wanted to go ahead with the Sanctum.
Then when he was convinced, he still had questions. What? It's a midwifery system. What if you don't have a doctor? Then I had my first miscarriage and I went to Jayanti Reddy from JJ Hospital. So the first 12 weeks we went to Dr. Jayanti Reddy at JJ Hospital, and from then we took her consent and they were like, from here we want to continue with Sanctum and we want to go under Vijaya ma'am's care. She was like, okay, fine.
I was actually fascinated by the concept of water birth. I mean, she showed me some videos on Instagram page, and this is really cool. And I want to see my baby coming the way I am seeing it in the video. But it did not happen. I mean, her water broke, and then that method is not preferable after water breaks. But eventually, it was a very good experience. I mean, whenever water breaks, people usually go for C-section, but in our case, if other doctors look at her case, they'll definitely prefer C-section. But Vijaya ma'am was monitoring the entire process and she told very clearly, I don't want to go for C-section, we will have natural birth.
We were not very keen that every appointment should be with Vijaya ma'am. We believed in the system and we had the complete trust in her system. So I was never keen that every appointment should be with only Vijaya ma'am. I was like, okay, anyone is fine with me. We used to come at our convenient time in the morning. We used to see her every once in a month. After that, I also had this fascination to travel for baby moon. So the baby moon thing, then we took a consent from her, and in the 5th month, both of us went to baby moon to Goa. So that was also one of our memorable moments. Then after the 5th month, then in the 7th month, we had our ceremony, a baby shower with all the rituals and all. I've been a yoga practitioner. I've done my level 1 and level 2 from India Yoga Mysore. So I had friends who used to take prenatal classes. So for my first delivery, I was still doing prenatal yoga with one of the Lamaze educators of Vijaya ma'am itself, Abhinaya. And then after that, walking 45 minutes and all, everything was on track. My due date was on 27th November with my first baby, and with the second baby, it was 5th November, a span of 1 year. 5th month, 7th month, 9th month. All my family members kept calling us, when is your delivery, when is your delivery? Because once you deliver, they'll not be able to go to temples. So we were like, we did not emphasize on that point, and we did not tell anyone when the water broke. So one funny moment, what happened was when the natural induction started, my mom came to give me food. Even then we were telling her, we just came for exercises. We are not, the water did not break. Then my mom went to Vijaya ma'am and she said, I did not have a normal this thing. My daughter doesn't have it in her blood. Please go ahead and do a C-section. Then she said, there is nothing to be done for a C-section. Her water already broke. And my mom was surprised. And then we clued Vijaya ma'am, we did not tell my parents, and this is how you would work. And my mom was like, no, now you can do the C-section. She was like, no, I want a healthy mother to have a natural delivery. I will not go with a C-section, at least as of now. The medical induction also started. And once the medical induction started, the pain intensified a lot. Then my mom came me to give lunch box, and with that one pain, I was on the birth ball, and I was doing exercise and all. She could not see it. She went out and she called me and she told, you can still go for a C-section. It will be done. I said, please get out. You don't be here. I do not want to go for a C-section. Please get out. So I had a back labor. It was very extremely intense. I was making a lot of visits to the washroom, coming out, coming in and all. And then I was like, abhi bachcha hoga, abhi tab hoga. Abhi hoga, abhi tab hoga. Then suddenly what happened? I don't know. I went and I told I want to see Jayanti ma'am once. Thankfully that day it was a Wednesday and Jayanti ma'am had her OP. She said, Rashmita, it's a back labor. It takes a lot of time. But yes, you'll go through a normal delivery. Then again it was like very intensified. And then I told Vijay ma'am, enough. Now please take me to the C-section. Then she was like, no, I do not want a healthy mother to have a C-section. And there, even if I give you an epidural, there are chances of failing. I will not do a C-section. Then I was like, okay, please do something. Then she spoke about water sterile injections. Then I asked her what is the intensity of the pain. Then she said it'll be there for a few minutes, but then we can get it done. I was like, no. What is the other reason? Then she gave us a option of epistomy. Jayanti ma'am had come in and they cut it, and Vijaya ma'am gave me a lot of motivational speech. She was like, now you will have to push. I was not in a situation to push also. Somehow Jayanti ma'am did an epistomy and the baby was out. It was a very magical moment, but we were too tired to notice it. I have been a very big devotee of Ganpati. So my baby was born on Sankashti. There was nothing better it could happen for us. And we felt very blessed for the first time. Firstborn was not gaining enough weight. So in the third month, just like that, I had a mild nausea after having sweet and late lunch. I thought, what happened? Am I pregnant or not? Then I didn't know. Then I was like, okay, let me give it a miss. Let's see next time. After 15 days, again I had a very mild nausea. Then after the nausea, I was like, okay, let's quickly take a pregnancy test and see if there is what if I'm pregnant or not. My elder one was around 4 months and I took a pregnancy test. Then it was positive. I didn't know what was happening. The test was positive and we ran to a scan center nearby to know how many weeks was I. Then I was 10 weeks. Then after it was 10 weeks, I didn't know what was happening. Our minds were all over the place, whether we should continue or whether we should not continue. So then after then we took suggestion from our elders, and then we took suggestion from Jayanti Reddy ma'am, and then we thought, okay, let's go with the pregnancy. And I was still feeding my elder one. I did not stop continuing the lactation. She was on my milk, as well as we had to top up with formula because she was not getting enough weight. We came to the hospital, my water broke. And then I came to Vijaya ma'am. I told, ma'am, I'm not very sure. Monday, my water broke. Tuesday, I came for a consultation and I told ma'am, I'm not very sure if my water broke or not. And she was like, what? This is the second time you're telling me the water has not broken. Then how can you not be sure? Then she put the strap to check the pH value. And she was like, Rashmita, it's blue, which means your water actually broke. This is amniotic fluid coming out. So let's now see what's next. So she called my husband. I came alone for the appointment that day. She called my husband and she told, now we'll have to start a natural induction.
Second time as well, we are not going to have the water birth. We were a little sad about it. At the same time, everything is fine. Vijay ma'am told everything is fine. We will start natural induction from tomorrow. You just come down at around 10 o'clock. We will start the natural induction. Then they went ahead for natural induction for 2 days. And then she was not getting enough pain and they had to do medical intervention, and then they gave one injection in the morning, and then by afternoon we had the baby.
Yeah, and second time my labor was only 20 minutes.
This time I told Vijay, I want to be part of the pushing if that happens, but that did not happen. She delivered very instantly.
Yeah, it was just 20 minutes. In fact, he also wanted the baby on his chest. He wanted to first give the skin-to-skin touch to the baby, but the placenta was inside and it took a lot of time for it to come out. So they had to put the baby on me. So he missed that wow moment also. Both the babies have around 10 months gap and both are doing fine now. And I feed both the babies even now. The younger one is obviously demand and supply, and the elder one, whenever she wants a comfort feed, she'll come to me and she'll take the milk. So sometimes when I'm overflowing with the milk, I pump it, keep it aside, and then whenever either of them, they take it away. So we never had that issue with the lactations. were like, how can you go to this midwifery care? There are no doctors. Why can't you go to a good hospital? They're like, we were also pregnant at the same time, but we do not have that guts to go through the labor. They're like, oh, it's okay, we'll get it cut and we'll get the baby out. But then I would keep telling them, you should also have a natural birth delivery so that the recovery will be quick.
They do recommend Sanctum to other people in their circle. I mean, they keep talking about it. My daughter had 2 babies within a span of 12 months and she did not face a lot of complications. So it's all credit goes to Vijay ma'am and the care that we have got at Sanctum. That is something we tell everyone. I think a couple of our friends have visited Sanctum. They have taken the consultation and I think they'll have their babies delivered at Sanctum now.
So we recommend Sanctum to our friends and families because birth is actually a natural process and it is a very powering process. So when I delivered both my babies at Sanctum, I felt very empowered. I mean, I felt very powerful. I was like, I didn't know that I could do such a thing also at the end of the day. So I felt very nice. When I go back, I don't remember the labor pains, but I remember giving birth to 2 babies very naturally. I mean, woman's body is made to give birth very naturally, which most of the people don't easily digest. We women are very much underestimated this process. They think, ऐसा क्यों करना है? चलो ऑपरेशन थिएटर में जाओ, आधे घंटे में बेबी आ जाएगा. Even when you look at movies, they show you a red bulb. When the woman goes in and comes out, the bulb is off. So most of the women think that birthing has to be with C-section, but it's not actually the case. It has to be a natural and a powerful process. And the recovery after a natural birth is very easy. When I compare it with my friends who had a C-section, they're like 3 months, 6 months. They still say, we have this pain, we have that pain. But my second baby was born at around 3:30. Within 10 minutes after I had a shower, I went to Vijay ma'am. I asked, can I still feed my elder baby? And she was very impressed. She was like, after 10 minutes, how can you just... I mean, she was surprised that I walked out of my room, came to her cabin and I asked whether can I still feed the first baby. So even I was surprised, okay, was it only me? Maybe there were other mothers around also. So after the natural birth, I felt like we are very much on our own. We do not have to hold someone and walk. Like they show it in C-section cases, like the 7 layers are cut and all. I just had a perineal tear for the second one. It was hardly 1 or 2 stitches, that's it. And I was very freely able to walk after the birth. My husband was surprised. My sister was surprised. She was like, what are you doing outside the room? You're supposed to be in the room with the baby. And then I just had few queries and I cannot expect her to come. So I just went to her cabin to ask. So I myself was very surprised later.
No, she was moving around just like a normal person. Nobody can figure out that she delivered baby half an hour ago.
Yeah. So that was it was a wow moment for us.